Hey everybody, it's Carla. Welcome to the Happy Bookmaker. So today I thought we would work on doing fun things with old book pages. For example, the old book pages that we pulled out of the two books to make these two journals. So obviously, these are real book covers, and I pulled out the, I think I was calling them book blocks. I think they're actually called text blocks. So, so I pulled those out of both of these books and made pretty little writing journals. So now I've got these wonderful goodies and all of these lovely book pages to work with. And look at how pretty, like, and ruffled these pages are. I just love it. So, I mean, I can't imagine ever using up all of these, but we're going to work on that a little bit today. And then in this book, which was a little bit newer, they don't have the ruffly edge, but they are kind of nice and kind of caramelized looking. I don't know, I guess they're just kind of like a beigey color, because this book is only from the 80s, but really nice book pages. And then I still have some from the Merry Little junk journal book that I took apart, which was the Merry Out of Doors. So now we're calling it Merry Little Junk Journal. So I've got plenty of fun stuff from there to do things with. So let's get started. So what I was thinking was the first thing we're going to do is sort of a master board where we're going to lay out some book pages, and also like some little scraps of colored papers and things like that. And we're gonna just kind of randomly lay them down, and then I'm gonna let it dry. We're gonna do a couple other things while that's drying, and then we're gonna cut them into things that, you know, like journaling tags, journaling cards, bookmarks, whatever we want to use from that. So what I'm wondering is, should I use glue stick or should I use Fabri-Tac? Let's try, this is a fresh bottle of Fabri-Tac, so maybe it won't be so gloppy. Let's see here. Let's turn it. Now we'll leave it this way. Okay. So I guess what I want to do is kind of just rip some of these pages so that they're not like all straight. We're just going to make kind of a collage and just kind of throw them on willy-nilly. And the same with the colored papers. When I get this down, do you remember this vellum, self-adhesive vellum? I'm going to put this down over a little portion of it, and then we'll have some pretty pink flowers over parts of the book. What's this? Oh, here's just another little scrap. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to start slapping it down and hope for the best. I've never done a master board before. I think that's what this is called. And then you just kind of you know, take it and use whatever you want from it, cut it into different shapes and sizes. This is a piece of craft colored cardstock. So it's like, it's not, you know, it's not super heavy. By the time we get all of the papers on, it's going to make it a lot more substantial, which will be good for journaling cards and tags and a bookmark. And my thinking is we're going to take some of these things that we're doing and we're going to incorporate them into the Merry Little Junk Journal that we're working on, because I need to kind of get back to working on that. Okay, I think that's a good start. I think it's good. Okay. And I'm not worried about like lining this up. I'm just going to slap things down. So I say, and then I like and then I like you know, try to think too much on it. So let's get some of these little colored pieces in here too, because we want to have lots of color, or not lots of color, but little bits of color. Let's take this fun thing and lay it down over here, because I really want to see how the how that looks, how this self-adhesive vellum looks over the book page. it's gonna be really cool. Now watch me peel this apart. Okay. All right, well, that wasn't too bad, okay. So pretty, so very pretty. Let's see, where's the, okay. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I'm just gonna throw it down. Just like Bobby Flay, we're gonna throw it down. We're gonna do throw down, okay. I miss watching Bobby Flay. I don't have cable anymore, and I used to watch like you know, the Food Network and HGTV all the time. Like I think I only needed those 2 channels, honestly. But it just got so expensive, and I thought, you know, for as much as I'm utilizing cable, like, you know, only watching like a couple of channels, what am I doing spending, you know, like $160 a month watching 2 different things? So I have turned over to the app situation, and you know, have a couple apps. I watch YouTube constantly, which is free, so that's awesome, right? That's how I learned how to do a lot of these things. So I think that looks pretty good. I know, it looks like a hodgepodge, and it really does. But this is gonna be fun when we cut it apart. So I'm just gonna let this sit, and we are going to move on to some other things. Okay, let that dry a little bit. Like I said, we might have to come back and do some more gluing. There's our little fun masterboard. We're gonna cut it up. Okay, so one of the things I was thinking about doing was, in the Merry Out of Doors, or our Merry Little Junk Journal, I would like to do a pocket in the back. And yes, I've done my sticky note thing because it saves me time. So what I'd like to do is a little pocket back here and place this old library card in it, because I think that it's really appropriate for the book, and the colors are great. And this is a page from the Merry Out of Doors, and it's a pond. Excuse me. What does the blue sky see in ponds? What flowers, what gleaming insects and opalescent fishes, what of the clouds, and what of its own picture? I just love that. I think it's lovely. So we're gonna make a pocket out of that, tuck that right back here. So obviously, this is one of the examples of what you can do with a book page, right? You can make a pocket. They're great for pockets. And this particular paper in this book is really nice. It's much thicker than this paper. You know, it's almost more of a, I don't know, kind of like a brochure type paper. So that's going to be great for a pocket. So I just need to cut it down a little bit, because I want it to be, I think I'm going to have it so that it's right down at, oh, sorry you guys, you're off the page. You're off the screen. You know what, I'm going to lower you a little bit, because I think you might want to see a little bit more of this, right? All right, I think that's better. So I'm just going to trim off. I'm going to trim it here, and then I'm going to trim off the edge. But let's try to do it by ripping. Okay, I know I can rip it from the bottom. We'll see how I can do it on the side, because there's not a lot to grab onto. But we're going to try. We are going to try it. So I'm just going to kind of line this up. I want it to be maybe right about here. And I'm just kind of lining this up on my grid. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know, there's no perfect. There's no perfect in junk journaling, or not the kind of bookmaking that we do, right? There is perfect in certain kinds of bookmaking, but that's not what we're doing. So I'm going to try this. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I'll just go with that. Okay. Oh, that's working. This paper is yeah, it's a lot thicker, so it's ripping a little bit differently. It's almost coming apart in layers. Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta like lift it with something. Okay. So that's really rough, but I like that. I think it's good. it's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, okay. There's no way I'm going to be able to rip that. So we're going to get the decal scissors. I can't rip it that close, but we're going to get really a similar look by using the decal so that it's similar. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay. See, now I've preserved kind of the beauty of the top of the page. I love that. Maybe a teeny tiny bit of inking. Just a little bit. It's already old. This is a 1943 book. 1949, 1943, something like that. Oh, you know what? I think it's even older. I think it was 1930 something. That is so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna lay down our pocket. And there's also a poem on the other side. A pond. A pond is the blue sky's looking glass. It gazes down all day. For seeing so much loveliness, it cannot look away. Oh, which side do we want? Oh, I like them both. I like them both. We'll use this side still. Okay. But in a way, I'm still kind of preserving the back because obviously it's still on the back side. It could be removed if desired. I don't know why you'd do that, but if you wanted to, you could. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Okay. And one old book page pocket done. And there's just something about old library cards. Do they even still make these? I don't know. This isn't probably that old. I'm not sure. Ta-da! Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to do some envelopes or stationery, whatever we want to call those. Let's do the simpler one first. So this is the book, But the Morning Will Come. And this is what one of those writing journals was made from, copyright 1949. So we are going to make a piece of stationery, or this is going to be the envelope for the piece of stationery. And this is going to be super simple. All we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it over. I'm going to kind of end it right here where it says a novel. Just like so. And then we're going to fold this over up here. So it's going to give us, you know, the top of the envelope. Like that. And we're going to glue this down, and then we're going to put something, maybe like a pretty stamp or something on the other side. But this is, you know, this is a 1949 piece of stationery, basically. So let me get this. I'm trying to make it so that it's not going in the center of that word, New York, here. Yeah, just like that. Oh, I just think it's so cool, just like this, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is, obviously we're going to glue along here. We're going to leave this part open. I'm going to get my circle punch, and we're going to do a little divot, which makes it a little bit easier to pull out the stationery that's going in there. So it doesn't like to do it upside down, so I'm going to have to flip it. Yeah, it's a little off center. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. That is, oh, and I cut it too deep. Okay, so let's come up a little bit. Just come up a little bit. It's okay. It's all good. Because we don't want a gap, you know, there, like that. Okay, let's seal this. You know what, before we do that, oops, let's ink a little bit around this. Just a little. It's easier to do it before gluing it than after. Now I learned how to do these little envelopes from watching Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I just fell in love with this idea. I include them in my blank junk journals, and also I had done some for my gold and turquoise and gold altered book junk journal, which just sold. Yay! Okay, let's close this up, and I'm going to put the glue just on this front portion so that I don't go past where I want to glue. And yeah, I'm going to leave this all ruffly on the side because I think it's cool. And that is that. That is the envelope. Okay. So let's do something here, like, what about this little apple barrel, right? Yeah, apple barrel. That certainly fits in with our Merry Little Junk Journal kind of nostalgia theme. Yeah, so we're gonna do a little apple barrel. Oh, cute, really, really cute, really, really cute. And then let's also do the little stamp, the stamp. I should say the postage stamp. Like so. There's that. You know, a lot more could be added to this. Okay, what if we put a couple of stickers on this somewhere? It needs a little color, just a little bit. Let's see here. So let's do maybe a couple of these little red flowers. Yeah. See, I started out with nice nails and I'm already all mucked up. It does not take long, I'll tell you. Just kind of sprinkle a few of them around. Here, I'll do the red, okay. Like that. And then maybe on the back, we can do a little strip of something for interest. One memento. Okay, what if we take just a little strip of this and kind of decal it, and it kind of ties in the reds, and we need it to be about that long. Okay, and we'll just cut it. I'm gonna cut it with the straight scissors on the side. And then we're going to go in with the decal. We're just basically making like a little decorative band. Okay. All right, now let's do a little inking around this. Little inking. And that also helps it to kind of stand out. Just having that little bit of brown around the edges. Oh, that's cute. That is really cute. I like that. Okay. Let's glue her on. Yeah. I like that. So we got a little red on the front. Got this on the back. Oops. I think we can do something in the middle here. What if we did one of these little blue flowers? Because I want to tuck this into this pocket, and I think pulling in a little blue flower. Yeah, let's do the darker blue, and that kind of will that kind of makes sense, right? Kind of tie it all together. A little glob of glue, a little dab will do ya. Dippity-doo, all that stuff. Okay, I've got a lot of glue. I said a little dab and I overdid it. Okay, oh, I love this. Don't you just love the complementary colors of blue and red? I love it together. And we could even pop one of these on the front. Oops. Well, since you're just bound and determined to come out, so let's just use you. It's kismet. It wants to come, so let's just do it. Okay, just tuck that in the middle here. Oh, how cute is that? Okay, so let's find a little piece of paper to tuck in there. So we have to have a pretty piece of stationery. So I might as well just use, so like in these text blocks, there's always like, this is pretty, well, that might be okay. It's pretty heavy, but I'm not sure that's a bad thing. So let's just, I think I'm gonna cut this one because it's cut on the other side and then I can easily slide it into here. So I'm gonna trim it to about here, and then we're gonna fold it up like a letter, and we're gonna put a little stamp on it, and she's gonna be done. 1 minute. Okay. Oh yeah, that's easily gonna fit. And let's take, again, a little inking. This already has its own kind of caramelization, but we're just going to enhance that just a little bit. Very pretty. Okay, so let's stick something up here, a little stamp. How about joy? Let's do that up at the top. Now it isn't gonna all show through, but we're gonna get a little bit of it showing through. The main idea is so that it's like at the top of the stationery page. Just, as a matter of fact, I think I want it to not show through there, so we're gonna plan it so that it doesn't. Yes, it takes up a little bit of writing space, but not much. Oh, I love that. I love it. Okay. I love this. Okay, so we wanna make sure, yeah, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be right under here. So I wanna make it so that it's like this. And then we're gonna fold it like this. Very gently. This is actually a really nice weight for stationery paper. I don't have a problem with this at all. I'm trying to remember the old-fashioned way that we would fold letters. Gosh, does anybody write letters anymore? You know, like real letters. I get them now and then from an aunt, my auntie Paulette, who's I'm really close with, and she still does letters, and I love it. I'm too lazy. Shame on me. Okay. She writes cute little letters and notes, and always sends birthday cards, and I do all the digital stuff. Okay, we're gonna tuck this in here, and we have a lovely piece of stationery. Let's put it in the book. So this is going to tuck right into here. It's not gonna fit in there all the way. I might have to go this way. No, it's gonna have to go this way. Okay, that's all right. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. That is so cute. I think I gotta like do a little bit more of this with it. It's a little puffy. It's a little puffy. I want it to make it a little bit flatter. Oh, so now we have made good use of a beautiful book page. Beautiful, beautiful book page. Okay. You can go in either way. She's done. Okay. All right. So let's do another envelope, and this time we're going to use a template, and it is going to be this template from the Graphics Fairy. Now this is, I actually used these in France and Flowers Red Toile, but what I'm going to do today is use it as a template and not actually use the design here, because I want to use this paper, this piece of book from the Mary Out of Doors, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a little funky. It's not going to lay on there straight like these do, but we're going to make it work, and it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to cut this out real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut it out. What I remember from when I used this was that I had a hard time. It was like they were too short, these little, you know, the little things that fold in, and they didn't even match up. So I made them a little bit longer. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of try to lay this to get as much of the birdies as possible. So we're gonna just kind of lay it down like this. We're gonna trace around it, and then we're gonna cut it out. Let's see if we get as much of the birdie. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. So it's funny because there's birdies on here, and of course we're gonna have our birdies. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, so let's see how we do this. Now I gotta figure out how exactly, okay, so it's like this. So this is going to fold in like that. And then we're gonna ink it to give it a little bit of distinction here from the other lines. And then this is going to fold in like this. And again, this is that really nice substantial thickness of paper. It's going to be great for a little envelope. This is what we did the back pocket of the book with. And let's see, where are we at here? Okay. And I love using parts of the original book. You know, it kind of has set the theme, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful poetry and photographs. So I want to use as much of it as I can. Okay, let's do a little inking. Okay, so we've got it all inked up. Now we just have to glue it. I kind of didn't, oh, no, I think that's okay. I didn't fold it. Maybe I should go down just a tad more. I got a little bit off on my fold, but actually I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, let's do some ink, or glue rather. So we're gonna put a little bit right here. This is where it was like they didn't even meet up really, so I had to kind of stretch it. I want to get it on the inside. We don't want to get it on the inside because we don't want to glue the whole thing together. I might put a little piece of plastic in there just temporarily. While we stick that shut, okay? Yeah. Kind of a fat piece of plastic, but it'll do the trick. Okay. And then we're going to bring, see it, yeah, barely reaches, but it does, so we're going to be okay. Okay, let's push that down. Just wipe off this excess. Oh, cute, really cute. Okay, oh, I love it. I'm gonna leave this in here for a minute. Let's look for a piece of stationery to put in here. This is the bottom of, I think this is the bottom of that page. Why don't we use that? Yeah, let's figure out a way to fit that in here. Again, it's a little bit heavier, but I think that that's okay. So which way do we want to do it? I'd have to cut off a lot to do it this way. I have to cut off a little less to do it this way, and then we can fold it. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna try to rip this again. Okay, since we're gonna be taking quite a bit off, I think I can get away with ripping this because I will have enough to grab onto, hopefully. Oh, sorry, crooked, I'm crooked. Sorry if you're being crooked. Okay. Okay, and again, I kind of have to lift it up with something. Can't get my nails under there. I'll give it a little fold. We're gonna rip away. Okay. Oh, I think that's gonna be perfect. And it's still showing the bottom page number, 35. There you go. Okay. I mean, it really doesn't need anything. I think we are gonna do a little tulip stamp on here though. Let's make sure that this fits. That seems to be dry enough. Please fit, please fit. I don't wanna have to cut you again. Oh, it fits beautifully. Okay, oh, but now is it gonna fit like this? Yes, I think it will, I think it will. So let's do it like this. Well, yeah, let's do it like this so that the ripped part is in the front. Will she fit? Perfect, it's perfect. We're gonna do this little tulip. I know it's gonna go down a little bit into that V there, but that's okay. I just like to have something at the top of my stationery. Cute, really cute. Just a little, not too hard of a fold here. And that is gonna go in here. Really pretty. So now, because we've got this going on, I don't want to cover any of that up because I really like it. I might do a little flower or something, but what if we did a pretty butterfly, like maybe on the back or something? Let's see what we can fit in here. I want to put it on this page and just kind of clip it on. Oops, sorry. So I like the way the butterfly brings in those colors. Let's see what else we can find here. Okay, so let's do this cute little white flower because I really don't want to cover up the butterflies or the birds. Got butterflies on my mind. So I'll just do a little white flower up here. And then on the back, I'd like to somehow fit this pretty butterfly. He's kind of three-dimensional. He's got like 2 layers. These are very sticky. So I just want to kind of place him right about here. Yeah, just like that. I wonder if I could have fit him here. I think it's too late. I think he's down. Maybe. Let's see. No, it's down. So much for that idea. Okay, I should have thought of that sooner. Okay, but I could put a cute little stamp here. Let's put a little stamp here of something. Okay, would it be weird to do also a butterfly stamp then? I don't think so. We can do whatever we want to do. I don't think that's weird at all. So let's make him going the opposite direction. Yeah. You know what, let's do another one. Let's just do another one. So we've got one that's kind of three-dimensional, like he's flying off. And then we've got, which way do we want to do him? I don't want to make it exactly the same as either of those, so I'm going to have to do this. Okay. So we got butterflies on the back, pretty flower on the front. Let's get a little paper clip of some sort. How about a black one? We could do gold, but I think we'll do black for this. So this is going to attach to here. And there we go. Cute little stationery. All right. You know what I think we can do is, I think we can go to our master board and start trimming things off. So I'm gonna go to my paper cutter and I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna trim all this stuff off, and then we're gonna start cutting it into shapes that we wanna use. Okay, Okay, oh, how cool does that look? Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna use all of this today. I'm sure you have other things to do with your time. But what we're gonna do is make a bookmark, and we're also gonna do a journaling tag. So I think for the journaling tag, let me get my stamp here, or my punch, and let's make a nice substantial size one, like 2.5 inches, something like that. So what I need to do is cut a strip to 2.5 inches wide. And then we're gonna stick it in there, and let's see. Yeah, let's just go down from here. Okay, be right back. Okay, all right, so that is a wide tag, but I think it'll work really well. So I think what I'm gonna do though is, I'm afraid I might have trouble with the punch. I don't know, going through this vellum. I think I'm gonna cut it off up here and make the top of the tag going through this portion, and then we'll keep all of this sort of intact. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna cut this off real quick. Okay. Oh, I need to glue this a little more. Yeah. I mean, I knew I was gonna have to add a little more glue at some point because I just kind of threw everything on there. Okay. Okay. That looks so cool. Let's give her a punch. Oops, get you back. Let's get you back in frame here. Okay, give her a punch. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh my gosh, is that pretty? Or is that pretty? That is pretty. It's pretty. Okay, so let's do a little inking around the edges. You know, I think I'm gonna let's take the corner rounder and go around here. Gosh, I love that vellum over that. I wonder if that stuff is still available. As I mentioned, when I used this, I used it in France and Flowers. I got it years and years ago, and I think I just got it like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something, but I'm just kind of falling in love with it again, and want to do more of it. This is so pretty. A little inking on the back. So the back being pretty, you know, it's neutral. It's just kind of craft paper. Will be perfect for journaling or whatever. Could put a little bit of paper, like lined paper on the back if you wanted to. I just don't think it's necessary for this. So let's find the page that I was thinking about sticking a tag. And oh, that is gonna be really pretty on here. Where else do we got? Okay, I think that's it, yeah. So what I want to do is add a pretty ribbon tie, some kind of a tie. So let me find a ribbon. Okay, so I opted for some raffia because I just didn't like the look. My pink was either too pale or too bright. And we've also, you know, we've got the green going on here. I mean, this tag could be anywhere, honestly. But in order to keep it a little bit more neutral so that it can go kind of on any kind of layout or page, let's just do the raffia. Raffia works every time. Works every time. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it over to this one because there's a little bit of pink in this signature page, and it just really ties it together. I like that. Okay, so what kind of clip should we use? Okay, so let's see. I kind of like that. I really do like that. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna stick this on with pink paper clip. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Okay, let's do, before we do the bookmark, let's just do like an example of something you can do with a book page where all you're doing is adding a little interest to the back of the page. You know, this is one of the original Mary Out of Doors book pages. It's part of the, you know, the whole text block. So it was probably like the back cover page. And then I've got like the front cover page up here. So let's just kind of add this. And this is just something, you know, that I do a lot with book pages, just to add a little bit of interest. So let's just do that. And then, of course, lots of fun decorating stuff can be on top of that, right? Okay. This could be a pocket. The paper is a tad thin, but I'm gonna make it a pocket, at least for now. You know, if you don't stick something in there that's super heavy and you're not real rough with it, it'll be fine. That's a lot of glue. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, so that's down. So yes, so we have 2 book page pockets, but my my intention with this was to kind of do like a strip of paper, you know, just to give interest to the back of the page. So it wouldn't have to be a pocket. We just happened to make this one a pocket. Okay, let's make a bookmark. Okay. So what I want to do with this is, let me find a really cool kind of strip. And then we're going to take it, because it's a bookmark, I think I want to have something on the back side of it. So we'll just use as another scrap of paper. And maybe it could be, this is too thick for a big bookmark, but maybe we could do something like that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got a strip that I cut to 1.5 inches. I feel like that is plenty wide for a bookmark. And there are some spots where I'm adding a little bit of glue, because when I cut it, then it exposed some areas that didn't really have glue. So that's fine, that was expected. Get a little bit under here. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this on the back side. Now the question is, should I round the corners? I feel like I should round the corners, but let's get this on the back and then we'll do that. Okay, so I've got this glued on. It's just really pretty. It's a really pretty paper. I've used this many times on many different things. But I just love this look. That is so cool. So many fun things going on. Okay, so let's do some corner rounding. Corner rounding, yes, corner rounding, yes. That didn't sound right. Okay. Okay, looks like I'm sticking out a tad on the top. So let me cut that off. A little inking. We could do a hole and a string. I think I kind of like it just like this. I think this is a really cool look. Really appropriate for the book that we're doing. So, okay, where should we put the bookmark? Anywhere we want. That can go in a number of places. So for right now, we're just gonna stick it in here. So let's recap. Okay, so just out of simple old book pages that we have taken out of old books to alter or just use the covers. So we've made a really pretty piece of stationery. I love this. This is so pretty. And that is tucking into our very first pocket. And then we've got another really pretty piece of stationery. So we're going to tuck that right there. There could end up being a pocket in here too later on. And we've got a really pretty journaling tag out of our master board. And I've got a lot of this left, by the way. There's all of this left, and then some, here's a little scrap too. So lots of fun things to be done with that. I like that master board thing, that was pretty fun. And then got the very back pocket with our merry little Mary Out of Doors book page. And then we've got just like a little strip, an example of what you can do to add a little interest. Oh, my glue got a little carried away there. To a page with just a little strip of torn paper. Okay, and then we've got a really pretty bookmark. That is so pretty. I just love it. I just love it. So yeah, we got a lot done. We got stuff done in our Merry Little Junk Journal, and we used up book pages, which is the whole idea, right? That's what we're trying to do. Hey, you guys, before I leave, a reminder that I'm having a sale right now on my Etsy shop, 25% off through the month of August 2023. I always forget to mention it, and we're already almost halfway in the month. So 25% off through the month of August. And I've got new things in there. I'm hoping to get this in by the end of the month. I'm not sure about that, but I will have these two in there shortly, within probably a few days, if anybody was interested in these two books. So it's a good time to save a little money on your journaling stuff. So as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments, your likes, subscribing. You guys, you make my day every day. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.